Welcome to my channel. As always, everyone, I am back. I do apologize about the long delay, much longer than I thought it would be. Originally, we had audio issues, and I'm hoping that's fixed. And then I moved. I actually moved to a new apartment with some roommates, so kind of trying to figure out, when's a good time to record and when's a good time to stream. So bear with me on scheduling and stuff for the time being. We are still going to be going live and everything, but for right now it is going to be a little hit or miss on when things happen, at what times. So like I said, just bear with me on that. This house is actually a pretty great house. I mean that mostly by the outside and like the actual architecture and design of the house. I got it off and on. I just looked online at like dream houses, I think, and this is one of the houses that popped up. Which I kind of want to do maybe a series and like kind of recreate the houses that are in that specific article that I was looking at. But this is one of them, like the best Sims version of it that I can make, essentially. I will admit though, I did get a little lazy with the what do you call it, with the interior. I think also the fact that I haven't really built in the Sims in quite a while. It's been a few weeks now, so I'm kind of trying to get back into that rhythm. So again, bear with me on that. I think this is a great house for you to take and kind of make your own, especially because of that reason, because it's not the best inside versus what it is outside. We do change up what we're doing right here, but like I said, anyways, I think this would be a good house for you to decorate if you like decorating, but you don't maybe like the building aspect so much. This would be a great house for you. And in general, I still think the house works. It's very functional. It's just not really homey. It's more show homey. It's certain default walls that I just don't really change and things like that. Like I said, the outside is beautiful. I don't really landscape much, but I didn't really think it needed that much landscaping, to be honest with you. So that's kind of why the fact that I didn't landscape wasn't necessarily a laziness aspect. It was more so just the fact that I kind of didn't think that it needed it. I felt I put some trees around. I kind of felt like that did the job, and then we landscape a little part of it in the back of the house, which kind of by the pool, which is not visible yet, but you will see where the pool goes. And then the idea was that this is like it's updated, so it's more modernized. And we do change quite a bit around actually from just right here. We kind of shrink this section of the house and extend that little hallway that you can kind of see in between the two sections of the house. So we do kind of change a couple things around, and then like I said, I think we also change the floor plan, which I think we're about to do, is pretty much stays the same, and then this part stays the same for the most part. We do add a deck and then kind of raise the terrain a little bit. So I guess if you're gonna say laziness, I don't know if that necessarily makes sense, because like I said, I do terrain edit most of the house, but where I agree that laziness kind of came in was the interior decorating of the house, and it's never been a strong suit of mine. So obviously the first house that I built in weeks was like, was a struggle to kind of get that aspect going. But we are just trying to do our best back here again. We will hopefully be streaming sometime this weekend or this week. I'm thinking probably not, might get on tonight and stream a little bit. The first stream will probably be a little one, like it'll probably honestly be like a Minecraft or something like that, just to kind of get back into the swing of things for like an hour. I'm not going to stream very long. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've really done anything, and it's not because I haven't wanted to. Really, the audio issue, like I plan on taking the week to move, obviously, before the audio issues started happening, but then the audio issues happened, and that was like a 2-week process, and then we've just kind of been struggling back and forth since then. So really just doing my best here to, make the best content I can for kind of the time I'm in right now, which is a weird situation. Kind of just moving around during a pandemic. Didn't have roommates before, now I have roommates. So there's just a lot of things that kind of are going to have to be ironed out. And I hope you guys will bear with me. Also want to say congratulations to, I do not remember your guys' name now at this point, but we did have 2 winners. They're announced on my Twitter, and I don't tweet a lot, so if you go to my Twitter feed, you should see them pretty easily on who won the 2 middle packs. And then this Friday, so I'm recording this right now. I think that for you, when this will go live, it'll probably go live Wednesday. My thought is maybe late Wednesday actually would be kind of ideal, but who knows? If it's late Wednesday, then obviously 2 days from now. If it's early Thursday, then 1 day, tomorrow. But I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hopeful that this will come out late Wednesday. And again, congrats to those winners that have won and didn't really get, the first video. I think only the first winner was actually announced really on YouTube, which was the plan in the first place. But then obviously not having videos to even like briefly mention it was, an interesting. I think I actually announced the second winner. That's not true. I think I did mention the second winner in a video. So maybe that's not true. But yeah, so I guess still congrats to the third winner then. And hopefully the fourth winner will be announced with no issues, and that will be the fourth and final winner. What's interesting to me though is something I realized is nobody chose like a recent pack, which is fine, like totally fine. It's whatever pack you want. I'm not gonna sit here and say which pack you should get at all, but it's just I honestly figured once Eco Lifestyle hit that somebody would want Eco Lifestyle, but they really didn't. And honestly, Eco Lifestyle is a great pack. Like I would, if it's a pack you want, I'd say it's a good pack. You should look into getting it. But oh boy, I just realized something on the front of the house. Sorry. I think that the very top window to the attic area is kind of off center, but I don't know if we fixed that or not. We might fix that. Hopefully we do. I don't remember. I feel like we did, but I don't remember if we do completely. So yeah, to the fourth winner, you haven't been picked yet, but congrats. I'm hopefully we'll have mentioned a video about it, and there'll definitely be more giveaways to those who haven't won or, didn't get a chance to win. More giveaways will be coming soon. I hope that you guys stick around. Hopefully you guys kind of stuck around for this time and enjoy the content. Something I do want to mention though, and I haven't really been figuring out a good way to tweet it. I don't know. I'm still kind of figuring out a good way to mention it in general, I guess, is for this specific giveaway, you did have to have Twitch. I know I got a lot of comments back from people saying, I don't have this, but here's this. Hopefully I still entered. Well, unfortunately, you're not still entered because you do have to have all three. Now, Twitch is really easy to get. I mean, it's free. You don't have to pay for anything. So, I don't see, I guess, why you couldn't. But if you don't want to get Twitch, that's fine. Maybe in the future we'll do a giveaway without the need of Twitch. But, you at least had to have it for the purposes of this. Oh, I think that's what we did, by the way, to change up. We just changed those windows up top anyways, so there's nothing being kind of getting in the way of that awkward window up top. But that was a weird intersection of what I was saying. Anyways, trying to, be sympathetic to the idea that you don't want Twitch. I totally understand it. I get it. But unfortunately, it wouldn't be fair to me to have these 4 rules and then allow people, and then so the people who do all the 4 things, they get entered in, but then to allow people who didn't do all 4 things to get entered in. So that is kind of where we're at on that standpoint. It's really the only thing I'm going to say about that. If you didn't add Twitch, basically if I didn't comment back to your YouTube video that you were added to the list, you weren't added to the list. Like, I think that's just the easiest way of probably explaining that is by saying, because the step 4 was to comment on this in the video saying that you did that. So I know my Twitch subscribers and my Twitter subscribers and then this YouTube subscribers, none of them kind of align, which is fine. I'm not complaining again, but I'm just saying, like, for the fact of people, if you're wondering why you're on a list, make sure you did all 4 things. Make sure you commented on the video at the end that you did all 4 things, and make sure you gave your usernames to Twitch and Twitter. Because that's the only way I can find you. Like, if I can't find you and I add you to the list, then I just move on to the next person. I just respin it, essentially. It hasn't happened yet, but that's the idea, is we just respin it. And, because I can't get in contact with you. The way I've done it so far, I've been getting in contact with people, is Twitter. I have kind of reached out to them on Twitter and direct message and said, hey, you won, what pack do you want? That's kind of how it's been going on, and it's worked pretty well. So I think that's definitely how we're going to continue to do it for at least this giveaway. In the first winter, I think with Lizzie, I did comment on the YouTube comment she left, but then I said check your Twitter. So like that was kind of both of them, I guess. But then I figured once the other 2 giveaways, let's just go with Twitter, succinct, like get it all succinct and one thing. So I do apologize. I like I said, I was trying to figure out a way to kind of gently let everyone know this, because I didn't want to comment on specific people's YouTube comments saying, well, that said, you know, I don't have Twitch, but here's all this stuff. I didn't want to be, because I kind of felt like that was rude in some ways, of being like, no, you have to do this. But sadly, you do have to do that, right? Like, and again, it's not coming from a place of, I'm just trying to find the perfect words for this. I don't know if they exist, but it's not coming from a place of, you know, I need all this. But it's just coming from, because truthfully, like if it was up to me, and there's only 4 people that entered and 1 or 2 of the people said that, then I would have let that slide. But considering there's been so many people entering, that's way more than I expected. Make sure that you, like, it was only fair to those people who entered already and did all the 4 things that we continue to hold the 4 things accountable. Like, and even to the past winners, you know, it's fair that they did all the right things and they won. I don't want to then allow this next winners to then not have to do the same things that they had to go to. So that's kind of where I'm at on that. That's kind of where I just want to mention that. You know, so you do have to follow me. You do have to do all the 4 steps essentially. You have to follow me on Twitter, subscribe to me on YouTube, and then follow me on Twitch. Which follow me on Twitch again is free. If you create a Twitch account, it's free to follow anybody. And I'm not saying you have to be active. I'm not saying you have to come to my streams. I'm just saying to follow. If you want to come to my streams, obviously I'd love that, and I'd love to have you on my streams. I love streaming with people to talk to and riff off of. We've had some good streams, and usually when there's people in there, they're better streams, because I talk a lot to the audience. So again, that is just kind of where I wanted to let everyone know that. And it's not coming from really a selfish place. It's more coming from a place of fairness to the other people who have entered the contest. And totally get if that upsets you. And like I said, it's not too late. If you were one of those people that commented, you have 2 days. If you see this video, hopefully it'll come out in time and you'll see this video and you can go edit your comment, add your username. And then for the people that didn't give their usernames but said they did all 4 things, that's fair. But I did comment back. I generally think for everyone that did that, I commented back to you asking what are your usernames, like, because I need to know that. Obviously, like I said, once it gets decided, it hasn't happened yet, but if I were to go on somebody that I couldn't get a hold of or couldn't verify that they did all 3 things, then I would just, for the sake of time, I would just move on to the next person. And generally I have been waiting till midnight on Thursday, and then on Pacific time. So midnight on Thursday is generally when I've been kind of announcing it, right? And so I have been announcing, I'm not announcing it. I've been announcing it on Friday, midday, generally. But I've been contacting the people around midnight on Thursday. So that is the general gist of when you will get contacted. On Thursday night, if you're up, you know, I think it works out for people who aren't in, you know, my time zone, obviously, because it's not midnight. But if you're up Thursday night, you know, and you win, then you're probably going to hear from me in a Twitter DM relatively soon. Or relatively soon to midnight-ish. It just depends. I'm not going to say like that's mandatory. You definitely will hear Friday. But for the most part, I'm up around midnight, so I just kind of generally have just said, why not pick a winner right now? Anyways, back to the house. I'm sorry, that was a whole charade. And like I said, I was trying to figure out the best way to say that without being an a-hole. Like I said, it's not coming from that place, so hopefully no one's taking it that way. If you are, I mean, it's not really much I can do about it. But yeah, so back to the house. This is my favorite part of the house, is kind of this outside area, and really the whole architecture of the house is one of my favorite parts. But we got a nice grill, we got a nice lawn chairs, and then a nice little picnic table to eat your grilled food down there. We do have a cool pool. 2 entrances and exits, because the idea is that the more modern wing with the sliding glass door and then that little side, like where I think we put the ping pong table in there right now. The idea is that those are probably extensions added onto the house much later than, like, you know, they were definitely extensions. Like the first part of the house is that little T-ish part right here, the main part of the house. But then obviously the extension of the modern area, and then that other little shack in the corner, which kind of becomes more of a workshop. I originally thought maybe it could be a sauna, but it's a little too big for a sauna and I didn't want to shrink it. So we kind of just turned it into a workshop, put basically everything you'd want in there workshop wise. And I think we even put some chairs in there, and that's where we put the yarn, because this is the first time I'm building with Nifty Knitting. I have not even played with Nifty Knitting. I am going to launch a LP here soon. Nifty Knitting LP. I don't know, it'll be in the same idea and same world, I guess, of Rags to Riches, but it will, I don't know if it'll be like super strict. Essentially we're just going to knit our way to making money. That's kind of the idea. I know I've seen a ton of people do it. I'm kind of way behind on it because, again, you know, I've had all these issues that I haven't been able to record. I actually didn't even normally get the pack like when they come out. I did not get the pack for quite a few days after until it came out, just because I knew I wasn't going to play. I knew there really wasn't a reason to buy it if I'm not going to play it right away. I think so. Eventually I did get Nifty Knitting. Obviously these couches are from Nifty Knitting, which I love them, and then this flooring is from, or that rug is from Nifty Knitting, which is also a good rug. We don't use it, but it was a good rug for what it was. This is also one of my favorite rooms, I guess, as well as this room, which is more like the formal living room, I'd say. It's not really, the TV's not in here. It's more like a, you know, they got the bookcases. I believe I put the, not the wine thing, but the, what is it called? Like the globe that is also a bar. We put that in here as well. And then I don't remember what else we put there. I think that's really kind of it. We kind of left, like I said, most of the rooms were left pretty bare. And that's admittedly, that was timing thing, because I really didn't, I guess I should have realized, but when I tweeted that I was going to release the video, hopefully tomorrow, which was actually yesterday, when you guys see this, it would have been yesterday was when this video was supposed to come out. I had only completed the outside of the build, so I didn't realize like how long it was going to take me to furnish this, and how like I had a lot of ring rust that I didn't really think of. Like I did not think it'd be this hard for me to come back and decorate and do the inside of things. And I've never been like a great interior decorator anyways, but this one was ultimately very hard because I don't know why. I just taken 2 weeks off, or 3 weeks. What has it been now? I think it's been like 3 weeks off, and yeah, there's just a lot of ring rust. I've not, like I said, I've not really been, I have been gaming, but I haven't really been gaming with like the Sims or even really Minecraft or anything. The game that I've been playing a lot of has been Warzone, which I don't necessarily know if I even would want to stream or record it or anything like that. I've just been gaming with some buddies on Warzone, and then my new roommates, we kind of game on Warzone every now and then. So that was kind of, like I said, that's kind of what I've been doing. I don't really want to, those are more like off-camera games for me, I guess. That's not really something I'd want my channel to be about. Maybe someday we'll have extra videos that kind of come out like that over those games. But for the most part, it's not, like I said, it's not really where I want my channel to be, is with Warzone or Fortnite or anything like that. Any of the games that I do play off stream. I generally want more Sims, Animal Crossing, those style of games, not super action-packed first-person shooter games. It's kind of, even though I like those games, I do like playing those games, it's not necessarily what I want my channel to be about, just because I don't know. Like, I can talk about a build, but I don't know if I can talk like, well, I'm playing Fortnite and doing all these things. Anyway, yeah, so like I said, this was a great place for a dining table, so that's what I kind of went with. I really liked the dining table being in this area. It's what I originally thought when I built that area, was this was where the dining table would go, and I'm glad it worked out like that. And then now over here we were doing the, I don't know what I called the other one, the formal living room. I guess this one's the informal living room then. I don't know if that's what you'd want to call it. We do have another fireplace, but it's a little more modern of a room. It's, it's where the TV is, and I honestly think that's kind of all we put in this room, is just the TV. So, you know, it's just maybe this where they just watch TV and they kind of relax and chill, and hang out, you know, and watch TV. I don't know. Again, I haven't really played the knitting, so maybe they come in here and knit and watch TV. I don't know what you can do while knitting. We of course did use the rockers outside out front, and that little, not a balcony, what's it called, a porch, in the little porch area. We used the rockers. But as far as like nifty knitting, we really didn't use a ton, to be honest with you. I wanted to use more, but I just decided against it since I haven't really explored the pack that much. Don't really know what I wanted. And like I said, I was very behind on the time on this build, which I should have known because it is a big build. Like, it is a huge house. I think it's 4 bedrooms. Let's see, it was 5 bedrooms actually, because there's 2 like what I imagine kids bedrooms, and then I imagine 2 guest bedrooms. So there is 5, and then the master, or the big bedroom. So there is 5 bedrooms, only 2 bath though. Or wait, 3 bath. Because there's 1 downstairs, which is like a half bath, and then 2 upstairs. 1 in the master, 1 in the big bedroom, and the other one that kind of goes to everyone. So really 4 bedrooms would have to share 1 bathroom. But you know, maybe technically actually it could be 6 bedrooms because we put an office upstairs, which could easily be transitioned into a bedroom. At that point though, I don't really think this is, if you want a 6-bedroom house, I would not use this house. But I think you could actually, you know, I shouldn't say that because you could. I do have a good huge house though, which is one of my favorite builds I've ever done. I believe it's called the Dresden Manor. I have a video about it, and it's on my, or wait, no, I don't have a video about it, do I? Because I did that mostly on Twitch. Did it mostly streaming, and then, anyway, it's on my gallery. It's the biggest, it's a 64 by 64. It's the only 64 by 64 lot I've ever done. And it's honestly one of my favorite. It took me about 8 to 12 hours to do that. But this one did not take me that long. And I could have put that much, well, I couldn't have, I didn't have the time to do it. But if I would have put that much time in this, this could be a great house. I might come back to this house and kind of touch it up later when I have more time and I'm not, you know, kind of moving and rushing, trying to figure out work stuff and all that. I might come back to this house and kind of clean it up a little bit. Is the idea that I had, which is kind of why I rushed to furnish. You're about to see that we're about to start furnishing for real here soon. And that's why there's kind of weird cuts right there of this did happen over multiple days. I tried to make it as friendly to my schedule as I could. And so that's why we had to do multiple days. We entered the cheats in a lot. But yeah. And then so as you saw right there previously, I was trying to fit in like a more modern mirror or a more modern window. I decided against it just because I wanted the modern section of the house to be the modern section of the house. So right here to kind of in this little add-on to be more modern in architectural style, with the, you know, big open windows and everything like that. And I wanted the other part of the house to be less, I wanted it to look modern on the inside, you know. So obviously they've done something to it, but they kept a lot of things still the same. You know, there's still kind of that slightly farmhousey aspect of the house. This is a really great rec room, honestly. Like, there's not a lot in it, but at the same time, if you're gonna have a giant ping pong table in the middle of the room, are you gonna put a lot in this room? Probably not. So I actually really do like that room. I think my favorite room though is the kitchen. I just don't know, I really liked how I kind of kept that open, like with the walls kind of being broken a little bit. And I don't know, yeah, just about the kitchen I just really like. But other than that, it probably would be the rec room. My favorite, like from the outside, is the little extension. I just love that little modern piece. Like I said, I got it off just Google searching images of houses. And when I saw that, that's what actually drew me to this house, was that like modern piece of, and I don't think it actually is very modern in nature, but to me, it just felt that way. So that's kind of what I'm going with. But yeah. And then obviously the hard part are all these little giant hallways. Like, I think we kind of gave up. We didn't even furnish the upstairs hallway at all. I think we just kind of left it bare for you to do what you want with it. I like to think that this is a house that you could move into, and, you know, after playing a while, you have a bunch of stuff kind of built up, and you move into this house. So you have a lot of furniture that can also fit into these little areas that are blank. That's the hope. And I think that's the best way to play with this house, would be to play that way. But yeah, so we're just kind of now doing the workshop-y area. Like I guess we forgot we added a hot tub. Yep, changed the hot tub, but then we do keep it. I felt like a hot tub made sense here. It's just a nice house, and so they'd have nice amenities. For a second there, I thought about putting a hot tub in here, but then I was like, that'd be like a weird room. Like you have a whole room specifically for your hot tub. Like that's a little too much for me, at least in my opinion. But then yeah, so I add the knitting thing here, so then they can knit right here, maybe kind of hang in the workshop, but not be in the workshop, if that makes sense. And then an easel. So just kind of different hobbies for different people. It's really the hobby room. Like the other room I'd say is the game room. This is more the hobby room where you get your skills up, and things. And then yeah, that was pretty much it for the downstairs. We're gonna go upstairs, starting the master bedroom or the big bedroom. I don't know. I know we're not calling it master anymore, which I'm totally on board with. I don't think it should be called master bedroom anymore. I just don't know what are we calling it? The big bedroom? I'll have to train my brain to say it, because I've said, master bedroom so long. But I totally agree that we should, change the name, make it the big bedroom, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. The ensuite bedroom, you could call it that too. Yeah. Now, I haven't taken the screenshots of this house yet, which reminds me I need to do that. But I don't know if those curtains are going to hang, but like below, into the floor below. I hope they don't. You won't really have, if they do, you won't really have a problem in game. It won't be a huge issue for you. But I hope they don't. That's kind of what I'm saying. I just really don't want them to do that. And then kind of the sinks in this bathroom specifically were kind of weird. They didn't align with anything. Like those windows, obviously in this bathroom, don't align. Looking back on it, I probably would have extended the bathroom out another square. So another row of squares, I guess. So then the windows would have been aligned. I honestly might do that before I upload to the gallery. If I don't, I would recommend doing that, because I think it'd look a lot better for that bathroom, just to have the windows kind of be more even. And then obviously at that point, the sinks could then in fact be more even as well. But I gave them a lot of counter space in that bathroom because, like I said, 5 bedrooms are sharing that one bathroom. So, if you have a lot of kids, you're going to have a lot of people in there. Or whatever the case may be, that you use all 5 bedrooms, you're going to have a lot of people in there. I also really do like the master, or gosh, see, I said it again. I do really like the big bedroom and the big bathroom. Now, mainly because the big bedroom is just pretty simple, and I like that. And actually, the bathroom's simple too. But I love that there's like this big shower. Kind of, there's like a double shower, but we only use one actual shower thing. Although my brother just moved into a house that actually has 2 shower heads in the big bedroom. He has 2 shower heads. And I'm like, wow, that's wild. Because I would not want that. Like, when are you ever going to shower? Like, if you're not going to shower together, you're really going to shower at the same time, but in different showers, like in the same bathroom, right next to each other. That's just weird to me. But maybe they'll use it. Who knows? Not my business, that's for sure. But yeah, it's just a little weird to me. But yeah, like I said, so we're just kind of going through and getting all these. Originally I just planned on making all the bedrooms very generic and kind of all of them making guest bedrooms. But then I was like, well, maybe this one's a bit like, maybe this is a boy's bedroom, this is a girl's bedroom. So maybe I thought that you'd have 2 girls, or a girl and a guy. And then I don't know. Like I said, I will come back at some point and touch up this house again. Until then, though, this is pretty good. And you can definitely do it too. I'd actually love to see it. Like, if you do change this house up from the interior, I would love to see it. So if you do, tweet at me, maybe a picture, a screenshot, or upload it to the gallery and let me know. Because I would love to see what you guys can do. I know there's tons of better builders out there, especially on the interior side, as opposed to what I am. And I would love to see what they can kind of turn my terrible builds into. It's really would be interesting. But right about here is when we decide to make the girl and the guy's bedroom for the kids. And then, of course, like I said, I get procrastinative and change things around and just move around a lot when I build. Usually when I get blocked, like my mind kind of gets blocked in one area, I then go to another area and start building there. So that's what I did here. I just kind of went to the garden and made this little, again, I want it to be very basic. I didn't want it too much I've done extravagant ones like that, but this one I wanted to be very basic. I felt like the house kind of spoke for itself in this build, actually, which is kind of, it's a good feeling, but it's also why I didn't do too much to it. You know, I really felt like the architecture of the house spoke for itself and did the job it needed to do. I have, like I said, I haven't taken the screenshot, so I don't know what it looks like gallery wise. Like maybe that's absolutely incorrect, and on the gallery it looks terrible, but that's just the way the gallery goes anyways. But we are coming to the end of the build here, so I am going to sign off and let the music play for the rest of it. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the build, enjoy the screenshots. If you haven't entered the giveaway, go ahead to the giveaway video. I'm going to tweet it today, I think, or just a reminder that the last day to win is coming Friday. And hopefully, like I said, you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next video or the next stream. I don't know what's going to come first, but I'll see you next time.
You at a time when I was so low, went from just talking to taking you home. I don't wanna go back to who I used to be, so if you ever leave me, promise you won't let me down. Promise you won't let me. But sometimes you can't handle your emotions, and I guess that's okay. Met you at a time when I was so low.